Hey there, people of the interwebs. It's me, Brandon Noel. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. Um, I have a new schedule set up. I'm going to try to do two a week. They will be recorded in advance. Um, one will be a just me drawing pinup, good girl art kind of stuff, and then the other is going to be uh, yeah, the other is going to be more superhero-y action stuff and try to tie in with some of the big movie releases. Um, this is, yeah, if you're unfamiliar with me, I'm a cartoonist. I've been kicking around since '09 doing comic books and shenanigans like that. Um, so, yeah, just going to have some fun. Uh, I'm a big fan of Dan DeCarlo kind of good girl art and that kind of pinup style. So we're just gonna have a little fun with that. Uh, take that down a notch. More or less placeholders at this point. So yeah, these are going to be recorded in advance. Um, Hope everyone had happy holidays and that kind of stuff. For me, Christmas hasn't happened yet. Um, There's a real cartoony kind of light to it, kind of screwing up the proportions on the arms. Yeah, every week I'm gonna try to do kind of a pinup thing. Um, Betty Bombshell is kind of my pinup action hero that I do sometimes when I get around to it. A little overextended, so she doesn't come out as often as I'd like. This is more in a cartoony style in the vein of something like Dan DeCarlo or Jack Cole. Those are guys that were big inspirations or big inspirations for me. Um, Jack Cole was the creator of Plastic Man, a real serious cartoony style, and then basically there was a period in comic book history where a lot of our golden age comic book artists were getting older, and they were kind of being kicked out of the industry unceremoniously because they were trying to unionize, and they basically wanted health care. They wanted some sort of a let's get that. That looks real blurry. I'm just making this worse. Yeah, they were uh, wanting health care and some other benefits. And what happened was the basically DC kind of let all their old school artists go. Just kind of fired them for wanting benefits and things of like that nature. Uh, Comic books are a rough business. And so it very unceremoniously, and what happened to Jack Cole is he basically got involved with Playboy, and Hugh Hefner was a big comic book guy. A lot of people don't know that. I wish I could remember. There's a couple of documentaries where Hugh Hefner shows up just to talk about comic books and art and that kind of thing. And this one of the reasons early Playboy had so much comics or cartoons is because he was able to get these artists, these pretty prominent comic book guys, dirt cheap because they were being kicked out of their own industry, and so he got Dan DeCarlo, who was very famous for Archie, and a lot of his pinup girls tend to look like Betty and Veronica. But Jack Cole was, what happened was, it's kind of a sad story. Jack Cole, this very famous, incredible artist, created Plastic Man, and even Plastic Man has some pinup in it. Like the old school detective police comics Plastic Man. His girlfriend or wife, I forget what it was basically a pinup model. I don't think she was that in the storyline, but she was drawn like a pinup model. And what happened was the Jack Cole basically started, living up that Playboy lifestyle. I believe his wife left him. He borrowed some money from Hef because they were on good terms like that. And Jack Cole basically got overextended financially and decided to kill himself. I didn't mean to go into such a sad story, but Jack Cole is this master of good girl art, pinup, and comedy. With his early Plastic Man stuff, his early Plastic Man stuff is a lesson in timing, with some of the gags and that kind of thing. And so, unfortunately, sorry about that. Looks like we had a little technical difficulties. yeah, one of the I'm working with less than ideal technical equipment here, so I apologize for that. So yeah, Jack Cole, incredible artist. Uh, Unfortunately, things did not work out for Mr. Cole in the end. Um, so I'm gonna throw a little color in here. Uh, I'm a big fan of watercolor. Not because I'm the greatest at it. I feel like it allows me to throw down some color and texture fairly quickly. And that's what I like about it. Um, but yeah, yeah, also the beauty of watercolor is, it's like I said, I get some texture, I get some color, relatively fast. It's not everyone's favorite thing to work with because you can't really control it. And if you try to control it, you're not really working with watercolor. The beauty of watercolor is you just let it do its thing. I find it allows me to just kind of slap some color onto something and make it look a little bit more polished. And if I wanted to noodle and add a little bit more detail, I can go back in. Or a little skin color in there. So yeah, I do want to get back to Betty Bombshell. I'm just trying to figure out a format or something that I can get back to that character. There's other things I want to do, and it's just a matter of finding the time. Oh, there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I think these will go up Wednesday or Thursday. If you are a Patreon contributor, they will go up sooner. Um, I'm retooling my Patreon so that subscribers get more content, and they get access to everything earlier. Even just at the baseline of $1, um, pretty much everything you'll get for $1. I have different tiers, but I'm a nickel and dime kind of guy. That's the way I work. Give me your pennies. I'm I can do a lot with pennies. So there you have it. And yeah, this is like I said, I'm gonna try to be doing 2 videos a week moving forward. They will be recorded in advance, but that's just so I can basically get all the videos for the month done at the beginning of the month, spread them out, and then I'll have the rest of the month to work on, my other books and projects that I want to do. So thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, we'll see you next week.